bring me candy. Take me up and then down I'll go. She give me nightmares like I've never known. But there's a lot that I'm trying to stop. Turn the light on back on and fill my heart. She's fine and dandy. Gonna try me or you'll never know. It's all the music and we good to go. Next door from the corner shop, there's a rub-a-dub-dub, 6 stars in a bathtub.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. I gotta tell you, today's a busy day.
You didn't say on a beautiful Tuesday.
What?
You didn't say on a beautiful Tuesday.
I never said that.
You do. In my head, you say that.
That's because there's something wrong with you. I got somebody here who's going to take all that away.
Maybe it's going to take all your pain away.
She removes all the pain.
All the mental mindset,
My money's
garbage in
over
our
there.
head.
Yeah.
All that. Well, happy
Oh,
Tuesday
wait a minute.
to you.
This is another.
We can't use that, though. You can use this one. That's going into our raffle bag. Yes.
You see what this is?
Indu. Want to spray?
No, wait. Hold on a second, Lucy. There's one that takes away migraines. I want you to drink it.
Does
Is
this
that
take
the
my
migraine
migraines?
It helps with breathing in.
Breathe it in. Come here.
I'm going to breathe it in.
Put a shot in your nose.
I'm going to breathe it in. Anyway, happy Tuesday,
Oh,
everyone.
that smells nice. What is that?
That's this Indu. We're going to talk to Alyssa about that.
Yes.
Are you now Zen?
I'm a Zen Z, whatever you need.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Midday Show. It's a great Tuesday. We're actually filled with guests, which is really nice.
Where'd you get this?
That was in the prop box. That was
Do
for
you know?
That was for St. Patrick's Day.
No, but when you put that,
You're getting
like
in touch
this.
with your femininity today.
This is not feminine. This was royalty used by kings.
Or queens.
No, the queens took over. Like they do everything else.
Exactly.
But this used to be just for men. Did you know that?
Did not.
So was high heels.
That I knew.
Why are you laughing? It's true. High heels and fans were a man thing. And we gave it up and gave it to women. And we didn't give it up. I mean, we stopped wearing them. But that smells really nice.
We're actually going to talk to the other Alyssa, a little bit about that today, about being in touch with your femininity. Apparently, it's a man's world, and we need to get back in touch with our feminine side, which I am shocked about what she told me, that I always thought women gave as part of their feminine nature, but apparently that's a masculine trait, is to give, which I'm shocked about. Not that I'm man bashing or anything. I just thought innately women and maternal instincts was about giving. I never thought that was a masculine trait, was giving.
Men or women? I'm all confused. Who's giving what?
Okay, masculine is men.
I know
feminine is female.
I know.
So
Who's
apparently giving
yes.
is a masculine trait. Although women do it, that's getting them more in touch with their masculinity versus the reverse.
Listen, my father used to tell me all the time, you think I run my house? I run around my house.
Which you
my
think
mother
is really
runs
interesting.
The house. That's giving all you're giving. It's just not to argue.
So we got a lot of stuff going on today, which is great. It's about refocusing mindset. And then we've got Helen Archer joining us at the Cosmic Astrology Society.
Woman. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4,
we got
5,
the eclipse. You had the blood
6,
moon, the
7.
full moon. A whole lot of things are happening in chaos, and everything's changing around
There's
the
a
world.
lot of women in here today.
So it's time to get in touch with our feminine side and get in touch with change our mindset. You can't change your physical health without changing your mindset.
But you're a woman. You touch your feminine side.
Apparently not enough.
Really?
What can I tell you?
What are you, a guy? After all these years, not only do I find out you were a teacher, you had a master's. You create words. What's the new word of today?
Confabulation. I did not create that. It's actually a real word. The word, and then they asked me to spell it, and yes, you can spell that word because it's a real word that exists. Anyway,
I got nothing to say.
We got some exciting news. Tomorrow is Dress Like Freddy Day, so if you come to the studio, your goal is to dress like Freddy. So khakis, black pants, button-down vest, and a hat. All comers are welcome, so join our fun as we celebrate Freddy tomorrow.
Did you get the memo? You're going to play?
Everyone's going to play along.
And then
it's like Barbie. We're going to dress like Freddy, though.
And then Monday, we're going to have luau and Dawn's birthday. We're going to, Brianna hooked it all up on the beach.
We're going to Brianna's
And we
hood.
have to all dress like Dawn. Touch it by touch it. Talk about touching your feminine side. I'm going to walk in with sand in my pockets and sprinkle it all over the place.
That sounds like fun.
That ain't you.
Glitter.
She says that they all play nice in the sandbox until the women come along and they steal the sand.
I know. But a lot of good stuff. All right, we should get right into it, I think. What do you think?
Yep.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram at The Brooklyn Cafe Show. Like and subscribe as well to our YouTube channel, as well as Amp Media Productions, where you can find all of the shows and podcasts and radio shows that we produce right here at the studio.
Big invitations are going to come during the show. Also, so get pen and paper out because there are invite, a lot of invites, a lot of things we're doing starting this Friday.
A lot of good stuff, including Ford's Garage.
Ford's Garage.
All right, so which Alyssa are we starting with?
How many we got?
We got two.
Pick one.
All right, we'll start with Alyssa, whose card I'm holding, Macaulay. Energy mitigates pain. Empower your life. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
You were at Ariel's event.
Yes, I was.
At the Ripple networking event. And she met Brianna there. Tell us about what you do, about your type of metaphysical coaching.
Before you do that, what does mitigate mean?
Mitigate means treat. So, to be pain-free
Gotcha.
is the goal. And to, general society, everybody thinks it's normal to wake up with pain, rolling out of bed, and especially someone who's my age, I'm 27. I have friends who roll out of bed and think it's normal to feel like my back, my neck, everything's supposed to hurt.
I woke up like that this morning, but thank you for playing.
So, I may be speaking to so many people who are listening too.
I will be listening.
And if it resonates, then it doesn't have to be like that. It's more of a lifestyle that's the issue, not your body breaking down on you.
Okay.
So, in terms of whether you're doing enough movement or the right kind of movement for your body to feel optimal is where I come in and I teach you what will mitigate that pain or any of the aches that you may be having.
So you can get a free spine mobility video that will make your body feel super buttery.
Yes.
Buttery.
Buttery. So I like to say buttery. I specialize in mobility as well as just strength training in general. So focusing on a joint level and getting you to connect with your body on a deeper level to become the strongest version of yourself from the inside out.
So this is like the flow, the energy, that whole making me switch the whole studio around type of deal?
Maybe. More so on what are we connecting to in our body in different ranges of motion, and really just being more human with it. Because of our lifestyle that we have adapted to, which is sitting a lot. You know, you sit in the car, you sit when you get home, we're sitting so much. We're sedentary in our lifestyle. So getting you to realize and connect with what moving more like a human is, and specificity in how to mobilize and strengthen in that way, so that you don't have to feel like you're a rigid individual anymore, just walking around every day.
But a lot of it comes to motivation, mindset, and as you say, getting out of your head, right? You get home, you got to work out. It really takes that extra bit of energy to say, I'm going to change my clothes. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to commit, find something, whether it's in your house or you go to the gym, and take that 30 minutes to an hour. I've noticed workouts, even for me, have gone from an hour and a half down to 30, 40 minutes. But you got to get moving. You have to do something. So you work with mindset as well.
Yes. And so with that, anything is better than nothing. So when I'm working with a client, for instance, that maybe time is an issue, how can we get more bang for our buck with what we're doing in the time that they have, and the specific exercises that we're choosing for them to do to really capitalize on what they need help with, whether that's easing back pain, whether that's easing any shoulder issues, and also getting stronger in the process.
And you work with mindset, so changing that mindset?
Yes. So some of the movements that you may, go to my website or my social media and see me do may look weird or different than what you may see normal people do in the gym. But the mindset around letting go of your ego and attaching what a workout's supposed to look like to what is actually benefiting you in the long run, as opposed to I'm supposed to be crushing myself with this workout. I'm supposed to feel like I can't walk after this workout. Maybe the shift is actually easing your stress more with the workout as opposed to stressing yourself out more with your workout.
Ah, that's a concept.
I got to tell you, when I was in the 20s, I used to play baseball. I was a catcher because the catcher we had, Willie, got injured. So they needed a catcher. And the first game I caught, I couldn't walk home because I was on my knees for 9 innings. And I didn't realize how much that hurt. So I found a book and a video back in the day, and this has got to be 40 years ago, that I used to work out with weights, and I used to do yoga. So my cousin Daphne, this is a true story, she was a dancer, and she showed me how to dance with weights from my lower back and my lower legs and my knees and my ankles. And I'm going to tell you, it changed my life. I ended up catching for 21 years.
Wow.
That's a long time to be crouched down in that position. But what she says, and they used to say to me, how can you catch a double header? How do you do that? It was like anything else. You got used to it, but you had to stretch, you had to do certain things, and it worked.
Well, here's my question. I'm going to bring the other Alyssa into this. Alyssa Deep with us.
Yes.
Yoga, and Nanette can go right into this whole conversation. Yoga, mindset, stretching. Why would we pick you or Nanette, or can it all work in collaboration when we're looking for fitness mindset coaching?
Yeah, I feel like everyone has their own unique path and their own unique journey. And honestly, I never look at it as like who would choose me. I'm just going to be me. And I said this before, like I put out what I attract. So if someone is really vibing with me and they're like, Alyssa, I love what you do. And Alyssa, you have your talents as well. And Nanette has her talents. But I feel like I'm called to working with you, or vice versa, could be with you. That's how it goes. I feel like people just start naturally when you're tuning into your natural ability to be attracted to certain areas, even the food, like going to the grocery store. What kind of food are you attracted to? That is your body telling you. You probably need blueberries, you need your antioxidants, or you need oranges because you need help with immunity, you might be getting sick. When you're so in tune with yourself, you start naturally being attracted to places, people, So I'm sure if we did a collaboration, it would be great. because intuition with that and feeling it through. Like Nanette and I, when we did our video, she kind of took a back seat on some of the positions. She knows how to do a lot of stuff, but she was like, take it away. And she let me do my thing. And I think that's so beautiful for people to collab and being willing to show like each other's light and enhance that, because it could be a personality thing that may have someone choose what they want to do. It could be their physique, the way that they look. It could be many factors within that, I would say.
And it can be, I guess, as I'm saying, I'm thinking, sometimes I'll go home and I'll find this one instructor that I want to work with. Other times I'm looking for Nanette. Other times I'm looking for weights or Pilates. Right. So as I'm saying it to you, I'm thinking I do the same thing. Yeah. But they're all within the same genre of then it goes with how I'm feeling that day, of what my body actually feels like it can do at that moment in time. I know you're looking at me. When I get home at night, I always squeeze in a workout. I try to do it 5 days a week, even if it's 30, 45 minutes. But yesterday, it was Pilates because my feet were still hurting from the shoes I wore Saturday night. So I wasn't running yesterday. But I knew that. I had to respect my body for that and know I was going barefoot and what I was going to put into that exercise.
But like she says, you got to listen to your body.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, you don't listen.
I do. That's why I did a gentle Pilates last night.
She walks in and says, and then the migraines begin.
I did Nanette's class on Thursday here, and everything kept popping. She's like, and I'm thinking you going buttery. It's like there was no buttery in my joints on Thursday when they were popping.
It's more like French fries.
I know.
But you got to listen to, things, and you also have to listen, as you get a little bit older, it's a little bit harder to respond quicker. It doesn't mean you stop. You just got to pace yourself.
So Alyssa Deeb, tell us about your process in your program.
Yeah, so I actually, last time that we spoke, I talked a little bit about my book that I wrote along with the Indu products, but to get more in depth with the other offerings that I have is virtual one-on-one yoga. So if someone is unable to make it to the studio, they want a more personable, hands-on training one-on-one.
This book?
Yeah, that's the book I brought last time too, Beautifully Damned. Yes, that's my little baby.
This is a movie title, this one.
I see it being a movie. It could be.
I see a movie.
It's like Sex and the City. Carrie Bradshaw, she wrote her book, and then they started making a movie on it.
That's true. That's very true. It's a good title.
But yeah, so with the virtual yoga, again, one-on-one integration is also included. So, just kind of reviewing what your needs are, filling out a form, just to get a little bit more specific about what you're looking for. And then with those one-on-ones, I'll also send over a free inner child workbook. We all need it. I've talked to so many people that, you could just see certain tendencies within people, the way they say certain things. And I've given people grace because I know what it's like to be judged automatically. But with the inner child workbook, I'm like, I'm sure this stems from something. So I don't take things too personally. So I always send those along. Even if people really don't know what that means, I just feel
what does that mean? It's
working through the little things that might have stemmed back to childhood. Like for me, it could have been when I was bullied and I was called Thunder Thighs, and that stayed with me for years. I mean, it still kind of bothers me even thinking about it, but I healed that part within myself of forgiving myself for the tears that were shed, forgiving the people who bullied me and said those kinds of things. And, those stem back, and they carries with you into your future relationships with people. And people don't understand that, wow, something that happened 10, 20, 30 years ago, that could be affecting your relationships with people, whether that's trust, whether that's being, fully emotionally available. There's so many factors that I think that play into that. So
how do you work through that, right? You identify it and say, okay, this is a trigger because I was bullied, I was called Thunder Thighs, my parents weren't there for me, whatever it is that you've identified. Now you're sitting with all this trauma. How do you ladies help release that? Because otherwise you're sitting here with this identified trauma, you could be panicking and you could spiral downwards instead of in a positive light. So how do we release this?
There's multiple modalities. Through movement is one.
Yes.
Identifying the feeling in your body, being present with the feeling, knowing that when you feel the feeling, it may feel scary and overwhelming when it comes up, but to just be present with it and give it the flow and the energy and attention that it needs, which it just needs to come up and out, and acknowledging it. Maybe it's writing it down. maybe that's talking about it and then also moving. And breath work is another good way to move through it too. Those are the modalities I've used personally.
Absolutely. Yeah, ditto, 100%. Absolutely. I feel like talking about it for me, I'm such a vocal person as it is. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I don't care anymore what people think about me. And, out of respect, I'm respectful. But I just, I'll say it how it is. This happened to me. I'm not harboring on it. I'm not identifying with it. But if I can say my story, I hope it reaches someone, that they don't feel so alone. So, exactly what you said, Alyssa.
That is so refreshing to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because in this new era, now we've been doing this such a long time that the eras have changed. 20 years of doing
older,
this,
right?
everything has changed for every 5 years. And to be politically correct all the time, even when people insult you and things of that nature, that's not my school. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be brutally honest, good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you the truth to help you maybe be a better person today than you were a couple of minutes ago. Mm-hmm. So your delivery is amazing. No matter what you do, whether it's a movie or when you were up there and I almost had a heart attack watching you all over the place, all of that stuff that you did, your delivery is at an even keel. Your energy level is always even. And I think that's what you're touching on. Mm-hmm. So people will relate to you because of it. Because everybody has something in their back. Everybody. I don't care who you are.
Yes.
Even the Pope. Mm-hmm. And even he has stuff. Sure. And he's supposed to be up here, you know what I'm saying? Closer to God. But the bottom line here is that the delivery is the other half of the equation. Because if you don't deliver well, you won't have other people's trust. And
well, what else do you say? It's always purity of heart.
Always. You can give me $1 million and you're giving me looking down saying, hey, I don't want it.
Well, this is actually our first basket that was donated. It will be a basket to our fundraiser on May 2nd, Segundo de Mayo, which is our fundraiser.
5-3.
Which is our second fundraiser for the Amp Media Futures Foundation. And that's a foundation to support the interns that work with us in the studio, to give them hands-on opportunities in media production, commercials, collaboration, teamwork, even social skills for some of our crew members that are new to our family. And Alyssa kindly donated these Indu products, so this is our first gift basket. So thank you for that. Come out and join our fun on May 2nd at 5 o'clock. Sponsorships, gift baskets, raffles, any way that you want to give. We're going to talk about that being a masculine energy would be greatly appreciated by our crew. So a whole lot of fun. And what?
What the hell does that mean?
All right, join our fun, and then we're going to get back to this. All right, and then we'll take a commercial break.
Energy.
Giving, I thought, was a feminine, Lori, feminine energy, right? We're always giving to our children, to our spouses, to our parents, especially eldest daughters.
The mom.
Yes.
Dad ain't there no more?
Well, wait, I didn't get into Dad yet.
Okay.
Haven't gotten to Dad yet. And then Alyssa tells me she works with divine energy and getting back in touch with her feminine energy because giving is more masculine based.
But this woman knows.
We'll get into that. There's more to it.
There's more to it than that.
There's a sense of There's a sense of the masculinity being more so the giver, the go-getter, like go go go. Like we'll get into it.
I wanted to ask you, if you have a male, right, a husband, and he tells his wife, I want you to be the best that you could be. I want you to go out there and get your career, but don't forget where you came from, because you should never forget where you came from, because your family's here. And he's encouraging, and she goes and she becomes a superstar. Does it change her?
It depends on her character and how she was raised, you know? I would say.
That's all I got to say.
All right, more to come on that conversation. Ladies, sit tight. We're going to get all your information out there. We're going to talk to Lori and Sarah when we get back about retirement and aging. This is like a whole progression. This is kind of cool.
I'm going to bring another woman up here.
Falls into alignment.
I'm falling into a deep cave here.
And our good friend Lisa Mead Romero is here also.
She snuck in here.
And she gave an amazing Mary Kay basket last time. So
I got it.
Maybe we can get convinced to do another one.
Bid,
but
baby.
you can't have the next one. We have to leave it for other people too. Look at his face.
Why? I use it. What do you mean? This is the thing. I don't get that. Why? I can't buy Mary Kay. Feminist side and all this stuff, and I can't buy the Mary Kay basket.
Good thing she's here too. Oh. All right, more to come. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio A. Stay tuned. We'll be
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
This is Smoke Barbecue. We're located in Fort Lauderdale at 3351 Northeast 32nd Street, Fort Lauderdale 33308. Our website is www.eatsmokebbq.com. It's EATSMOKEBBQ.com. You can order online. We also do catering for 10 to 10,000.
If you are looking to bring your family out to an incredible food venue, this is the place. We're at Smoke Barbecue in East Fort Lauderdale. Everything is amazing. You can see their faces on our crew, and the amount of food that they have taken down in about 15 minutes is absolutely unbelievable.
And we're still going. I can't talk amazing.
And everything is coming. So here, let's eat.
Your True Oldies Listener's Guide. Listening in the Palm Beaches? That's 95.9 FM. On the Treasure Coast? You want 106.9 FM. In Boca? It's 95.3 FM. We've got Fort Lauderdale and Broward County covered with 96.9 FM. And you can always hear us anywhere at TrueOldiesFLA.com.
In a world where finding reliable and compassionate home care can be overwhelming, Sunshine Home Care Services stands as a beacon of hope. That's why we've partnered with professional nurses, physical rehabilitation centers, and medical offices to ensure their patients receive the very best in home care. At Sunshine Home Care Services, our mission is simple yet profound: to support and enhance the lives of our clients. We genuinely enhance the quality of life and offer a comprehensive suite of 26 services tailored to meet every need. We go beyond the basics with health monitoring, emotional support, pet care, and home safety checks. Sunshine Home Care Services is more than just a service. It's a partnership in care. We invite you to experience the difference a compassionate team can make. For a personal consultation, call us today at 561-821-5811.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Feminine side.
How does it feel?
Going back. What?
You feel better, more relaxed?
I'm thinking of getting an earring that has Bluetooth.
They're all laughing at you.
Why? No good? I can get an earring and it has Bluetooth so I can hear the show.
They probably make something like that.
They probably do.
They make everything that
Michael, get me some
anything that you can radiate your brain with, I'm sure has already been created on the market.
You take a little fun out of that. I'm radiating my brain. That's the other side. Okay.
That's the other side of
Toasting
putting
your
a
brain with
transmitter
that.
into your ear and your brain all
That's
the
okay.
time.
I have home care coverage.
All right, so let's wrap up with the two Alyssas and get their information. And what's your ideal client?
My ideal client is anybody from your average gym bro who just wants to get strong as hell in the gym, and also wants to be strongest from mobility to just being yoked, as well as the person who wants to fix their posture, have better breath and better mobility, to your grandparent who just wants to be able to pick up the grandchild off the floor. I have a very wide range of people that I work with.
Breathing, I did Nanette's Agape a couple weeks ago. It was 45 minutes of breathing. And I don't have a whole lot of patience for breathing because I don't breathe really well.
She doesn't breathe. She turns blue and falls on the floor.
I'm laying there thinking, we're still breathing. Like, can we just stop now doing this in my brain? I'm thinking I'm the only one that does this. And then Nanette comes in last week and says, you know, some people, it's like testing your patience is how long you can actually lay there in meditation and breathe. You just want to get up. So I'm thinking, wow, it's not just me. Other people must have been like, all right, I got to get up and go. You don't. You really have to have that mindset and that strength to push through laying there. But it's a strange feeling because, like I said, our attention span is like this now for people. So to lay there for 45 minutes and not scroll, not talk to anybody, not get up and walk around. You're just laying there breathing.
You did that?
Which sounds so simple, but yet it's not.
Do you have a tub?
No. But
Back
I know
in
I
the
should have said
day-
yes, but no,
Back in
I
the
don't.
day, we used to hold our breath in a tub with a stopwatch. And we tried to stretch, I got it to almost a minute and a half without breathing. And do you know why I did that? To learn to breathe. It's exactly that. That's what I was taught.
And I realize I'm always holding my breath. It's bad, I know.
No, but try that exercise. What happens is you expand your lungs. You don't breathe. You hyperventilate.
But you guys must work with so many other people that don't breathe the right breathing as well. That have this shallow breath until you're holding your breath and you let it out. You're like, oh my God, what was that?
Yeah. I actually have positional specific breathing drills that I work on with people to open up different parts of the rib cage if there's lacking connection anywhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's an art form. You ladies breathe? Do you breathe?
Absolutely. Breath work is very, very important.
You do? I know you do.
I do a lot, yes.
Sarah, you
And
breathe?
I love what I heard today.
You don't?
I don't know about that.
We're going to find
I'm
out.
not sure.
I'm going to put a sign in front of you that says, breathe now, breathe, breathe.
All right, Alyssa Mercoli, how do people reach you?
So my website is www.emp.coach. My email is on the screen, alyssamccauleyfitness@gmail.com, and you can reach out via either of those to reach me.
All right, and Alyssa Deeb.
Yeah, you can go to sacredrebelsco.com. That's my website. That you can book a one-on-one virtual class with me. I'll also be hosting women's circles in Pompano Beach in Florida bi-weekly on Sundays starting April 6th. And you can find that schedule on my website. And you can email me at sacredrebelsco@gmail if you want to collaborate, do a pop-up event. Maybe you want to do sound healing at the women's circles, whatever you'd like. And then you can also follow me on Instagram at Sacred Rebels Community.
That is such a cool name. Sacred. How'd you come up with Sacred Rebels?
It just kind of came to me. I just feel like people always say like rebel without a cause, but I feel like I'm a rebel with a cause.
That's why it's sacred.
It's sacred, yeah. It's just
That is
my
so cool.
sacred. It's mine, and I'm a rebel.
Did you ever grow up in New York?
No, Ohio.
Well, in New York, there was a gang called the Sacred Rebels.
Really?
Ooh.
They used
wow.
to paint their jackets. One of
hope
the
they were
reasons
good.
I wear these were gang colors, but none of the kids in here will put the colors on the back like I need.
Dress like Freddie Day tomorrow.
Sacred Rebels was a gang in South Bronx.
Wow. I did not know that. I'm going to have to look into that,
That's
make
why
sure
I
that
asked
they're
you where'd
okay.
you come up with the name.
Interesting. Women's circles, sound healing.
You should do the Sacred Rebel gang. Doesn't have to be violent. It could be meditation. It could be spiritual. It could be
A
a whole.
women's circle.
And people will wear their colors. Forget about it. I'm gonna tell you, it was a hit in the day.
You know, years ago I read the book The Red Tent, which was all about women coming, the women of the Bible every month would come together in the red tent and support each other with childbirth, with all the other
I thought it
things
was
that would
something
happen with the
else.
moon. It is. So instead of being in their husband's tent, they would all come together. To me, that's like the first women's circle, and we all got away from it. But now it's nice to come back to it and support each other.
The red tent, men's was MASH. Ever seen MASH?
And all of
Yes,
that.
I think so.
Remember MASH, the tent they used to operate on people?
Mm-hmm.
That's the men's tent.
So
That didn't land.
for more information, you can contact us, and we'll get you in touch with both the Alyssas, Alyssa Mercoli and Alyssa Deeb.
Alyssa Square.
Alyssa
Yes.
Squared.
Kind of cool. She also wanted to touch on veterans, right? You're working with veterans, your dad?
Yeah, my father is a Vietnam veteran. He was in combat in the Army, and Bronze Star, Purple Heart, and just the shining image of what true determination and motivation, I feel like that kind of ties into what you do, as well as like that mindset of moving forward, having grace with yourself. But I started, doing a little bit of yoga with him, and I actually started using the Indu products on his neck because he was blown off a tank, and that's his neck is still PTSD, so constricted. Right? And going to a chiropractor, that's great, but the yoga really helped him, and same with the Indu. And him and I were talking. We're like, hey, if we can get this Indu brand out there and like get my yoga out there, and talking to these veterans, letting them know that there is an outlet that isn't always prescription, it isn't always having to get surgery. And the psychiatrist, the therapy, that's great, and I think those things do work, but I feel like it should get a little bit more personable and a little bit more spiritual, in my eyes at least. And him and I were talking a lot about that, about really doing outreach within the communities.
PTSD.
Yeah.
And it's funny because unless you go through something like that, you don't know what it's like. That panic attack, you don't know what it's like, those visions. And if you can get your body, they say the body will heal itself if you leave it alone, except there's no money in it because you're healing yourself. But if you let your body heal yourself, or you give it a chance, or you point it in the right direction, there's a lot of things you could do. And
exactly.
PTSD is a big one, man, for our vets that are watching and everything else. Give her a call and give yourself a chance.
Yes,
you gotta give yourself a
absolutely.
chance, that's all.
I think it'd be kind of cool to see these two collaborate on a show, podcast, whatever people are calling it these days. We've been doing this for years, but that might be kind of a cool collaboration.
We divinely met.
Yeah.
Totally,
Alyssa squared over here.
100%. Right, so instead of dividing it, just combine it and conquer it.
Yes.
I think it sounds
absolutely.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so they're going to hang tight with us. We're going to head over to Lori Vassi of Sunshine Home Care.
Sunshine Home Care Services.
And her guest,
Sarah
Finkelstein. So welcome,
Sarah
ladies.
Finkelstein, which I've known about 15 years ago. She had a radio show with us back in the day, her husband. And it was about learning how to properly speak and deliver. I thought this was outstanding. And now, back in the day, you were one of the originators of that thing, and then it blew up, right?
We were part of Toastmasters, my husband and I. And we used to belong to a club that met every single week. And we learned how to improve our speaking skills. The neat thing about it was people of different levels joined, and it was very nice to see people improve regardless of how nervous they were, how shy they were. Everybody improved. So Toastmasters is a great organization. I think it's been around about 100 years all over the world.
So we had the idea of taking that concept, speaking well, to the radio station. Because back in the day, people used to come on radio, and they were horrible. You didn't understand a word they said. There were random thoughts. It was pieces here and pieces there. I mean, I do it on purpose. Anyway, but back in the day, they didn't do it on purpose. So when she used to come on, I used to listen to her and her husband, actually, and they used to have clients, and they used to interview. And they were around for a little bit. It was really interesting to look at the concept, the way it worked out.
But you do retirement preparedness.
Yes, I do.
I was scrolling the other day, and it says, even after 50, you can still save for retirement. And I'm thinking, by 50, I was on like kind of freaking full-on panic. As I'm hitting 60, you're thinking...
You don't breathe.
You think, oh my gosh, can I do this? One day I have to stop working, not me, but I'm going to work forever. But people generally want to stop working and want to retire, and the finances are what holds them back until their health says, no, now you have to retire. How can you help them?
It's really interesting because regardless of how old people are, we could still help them. Even people that are already retired, we could tweak what they're doing to improve their cash flow and make sure that they don't run out of money before they run out of life. So we have some longevity in our family. My husband's grandmother lived to 102.
Wow.
We just lost her a couple of months ago. And her sister lived to be 106. So we tell people, plan to live to 100 and plan financially appropriately so that if you only make it to 95, you haven't run out of money.
How can you possibly do that, right? No, I don't know if anyone retires at 65, but by 70, 75, I think now. Right now, we've pushed the needle about 10 years. So you're still going from 75 to 95, 100. How much money do you possibly need to sustain the lifestyle that you want?
That's an excellent question. And of course, everybody's situation's different. Different people have different lifestyles, different desires that they want in their golden years. So it's on a case-by-case basis. There's no one formula that fits all.
And everybody has different likes. Like some people here.
Like for me.
They won't go on the sand. They need the Marriott.
I need 2 bathrooms. All right.
7 bathrooms. I don't know why.
Well, whatever. So what you would need for retirement financially.
A cookie.
You're a lot
somewhere
more
to sleep.
simple than I am of what I would need for retirement. So all of that has to be put into this retirement plan individually.
Absolutely. And you know what? What most Americans are not planning for is their eventual need for long-term care.
True.
So for myself, I had to move my mom down from New York. I had already relocated to Florida, and my mother was still up in New York, and she ended up needing help. And so I moved her down to Florida and found her an assisted living community for her. And that's when the light bulb went off in my head, and I realized, it happened to Mom. One day, it could very likely happen to me. And it is a tremendous probability that many of us will need long-term care at some point. Do you know what that statistic is?
It's very high.
Who needs it or the dollar amount? The dollar amount is staggering.
It is staggering. 70% of people over 65 will need long-term care at some point. And the dollar amount, depending upon what kind of care a person needs, you're looking at $5,000 plus a month for care today.
Right? And the memory care, you're looking at close to $10,000 a month.
Absolutely. It's very expensive.
Those numbers that you guys say, my father was taking care of my mother, and they were living on Social Security. And it was a different form of life. But it's funny because back in the day, I used to tell you, home care, I did not know what home care was until I came to Florida. I didn't know that people came to your house to take care of you. Never seen that in a million years. At the level that this one does it, forget about it. Home care in my house was a sandwich, a TV, and a pail. That was it. And we'll see you tonight. That was home care.
But the services Lori offers are just unbelievable.
Yeah, she takes it to another level.
So, Sarah, you do financial planning?
Yeah, we help people with their overall financial planning. So I focus on retirement planning, which is not just retirement plans, but it's also helping people with Medicare. What is the appropriate plan for them? It's also with protecting their nest egg from the devastating costs of long-term care, which the majority of Americans are not planning for.
Well, and that's a whole niche into itself, right? Because I don't know the right verbiage, so I'll leave that to you. But you have this nest egg. There are ways that you can protect your assets, that they don't have to go to certain entities. They can stay within your family and generational wealth.
Correct.
And you work with that also.
And in my Wisdom for Women book, there is a whole chapter devoted to long-term care.
It applies to men too, by the way, she told me.
Yes,
Of
exactly.
course. Of course. And different
Wisdom for
generations, like my mother's generation and part of my generation, they just, whatever the husband said they had, because there wasn't always 2 incomes. Like when I was raising the kids, most of my friends did not work. As our kids grew up, we all went back to work and we all worked full time. And now their generation, they're all knowing they're going to be 2-income households. Totally different mindset. So when, say you're the husband, you bring in the money and you're just like, okay, honey, whatever it is, you know about it or you don't. And then at one point you're in your 60s and you're looking, you're like, oh my gosh, is there money? Where's the money? My husband's sick. What do I do? So you now have cross-generational wealth and different personalities that you're working with.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's different.
And their generation's really different. You know, your 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s, totally different on what they're looking at on investment.
Yeah.
When should you start investing?
Investing?
Or putting money away for retirement? 20s?
20 would be great. 25 would be wonderful.
And it's how to do it. It's how to put the money away. And then you have kids, and you get 2.3 dogs and a cat, and then you want to have a house. All of a sudden, you're chasing the rabbit. I gotta tell you, I would not like to be 20s and 30s right now, the way things are. It's just tough, man.
Yeah,
It
but
was
then
hard
look
in
at
the day,
Medicare
but-
now, being in your 60s.
Well, that's all about to change too. There's a lot of stuff that's going to change, but you're going to have to roll, and you have to be smart, and you can't panic, and learn who you are, because when you frazzle, like you panic, you know what that's like.
So far, I panic and I don't breathe. People are going to be like, why am I watching her on right now? Or maybe they're watching because they could relate to me,
But
that
you
it's
can't
like
panic.
human.
You got to be smart. You got to be smart. You got to be smart. You got to pick right. You got to talk to people that are in the groove. She's in the groove. She understands what it's like. And I love it. And no disrespect to my son. He's just turned 30. And I said to him, you got to understand me and my age before you teach me about what you want me to do. I believe you, but try to figure out what I'm going to go
But didn't you ever do that with your dad?
Yeah.
So it's no different than him
But
doing
I
it with
listened.
you.
No, I listened. Dad told me, said to me, when you finish NYU, I'm going back to Puerto Rico. And that's where I'm going to die. And I had to respect that. Now, it was better life here. You saw when he was here, it was like dancing all over. Okay, it's time to go home. And I had to put him on a plane and send him back, and that's where he died. But the object of the game is I listened. I listened to him. I listened to what he wants.
Do you wish you hadn't?
No, I did it the way he wanted me to do it. I'm going to live with
So you
that.
respected that.
That's
Okay,
it.
that's fair.
So that's why you have to sort of roll with the changes, and changes are upon us. And your health, yourself, when you get to be my age and you get up and that knee ain't working the way it used to, you better listen. Because you don't listen, and I'm talking to you, you don't listen, you're going to be in a lot of pain. I'm just telling you to be honest with yourself. Don't deny, because it's like the ostrich with the head in the sand. Doesn't work.
Your physical health, everyone looks at, but your mental health is something that people don't look at, but it changes your physical health. And you see it all the time, I'm sure, for spouses. They lose their loved one, and then their mental health. They may be in great physical health, but they've got a broken heart.
Yes.
Or now they're so worried about money, they don't know what to do. So that mental stress and duress now affects them physically.
Absolutely. We've had one story in particular of an older couple where the wife was taking care of her husband because he had Alzheimer's, and she didn't take care of herself because it was always about Abe. Oh, when I get this for Abe, when I do that for Abe, then I'll go and check myself out. And unfortunately, she passed away first.
Yes, the caregiver usually does.
Very stressful to be a caregiver.
Gene Hackman's wife, did you hear this on the news today? Gene Hackman's wife died 11 days before him. But do you know that she called for help 3 times and nobody came?
Nobody came.
She called, what do you call that? People that take care of you, or there's like an organization or something. She called 3 times.
Wow.
They did not come. And she died.
How could they not have come?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you. You know why? Because not every service is the same. Not every service is the same. Even though they tell you I'm the best, I'm a this, I'm a that. There's a lot of this and very little things. And that's why she died 3 times. How can you call 3 times and you don't come?
Wow.
It's in the news. Check it out.
Wow.
That's also because it's so saturated. So many people call, and so many unprepared calls that they don't know what to take serious. And it happened the 3rd time, and they couldn't react on time.
No, she called 3 times for help on that one death. But what I'm saying is, if it's a job, if it's just a job, that's what's going to happen. When you care about people because you care about people, that you get close, and you touch people because you want to help them, like the ladies are doing here, because you want to help them from your soul, from your heart. It's a different animal. To be in the grind and to write a book to help people to do things, it's a different set of circumstances. The way you do it, different. And until you walk through those minefields and you lose your loved one, you're going to understand what that's like. And hopefully you don't go through some of the stuff I went through.
Sarah, before we go to commercial break, can you tell us about your books?
Sure. So my Wisdom for Women book, which I wrote back in 2018. Trying to get it. There we go.
Keep going.
So it is available on Amazon, but I also have it in an ebook version. So if anybody wants an ebook version, just let me know. I'll send it right over. Great information, very, very easy read, extremely easy read. And my second book, which I wrote a couple of years ago, I wrote for baby boomers, because baby boomers, when they get to 65, guess what? They qualify for Medicare. And I hear this all the time. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so confused. I don't know who to trust. And they get solicited all day long by insurance companies, by agents trying to sell them insurance. So this is also a very, very easy read, available in ebook version as well.
So interesting. We had a show in here earlier this week whose parent was on not straight Medicare, on another plan, and unfortunately had a maloccurrence and ended up passing away. And they sat on the show and said, I wish we had done a different way. But at the time when you're going through it, you're looking at mom and dad's finances, you're looking at the plan, or the sparkly penny, whatever it is. But you really need to understand all of your options.
Absolutely.
Before you choose one.
Because you don't want to make the wrong decision and hurt yourself. So yeah, it's important to understand the options before you make a decision.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining us. The best way for people to reach you?
My phone number, 561-302-5760.
All right.
Text me, call me.
Text or call her. Maybe we can bring her back in here to do some financial advising. Not advising, but the scope of getting your finances.
Options.
The scope of what it is.
That's what you need. You need to get educated to make the right option for you.
Not easy. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we've got Helen Archer joining us. Maybe Lisa will join us as well. We'll swap these girls out for these lovely ladies on the other side. Keep the conversation rolling. More to come on the other side of this commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Amp Media Productions is proud to announce a collaboration with ABC WPBF, producing high-quality commercials for clients in Palm Beach County. This partnership will leverage Amp Media's creative expertise and video production capabilities with ABC's extensive reach and community connections to deliver top-notch advertising solutions. Contact Amp Media Productions today to amplify your impact in business on ABC WPBF.
Family business. It's me, my sister, and her soon-to-be husband. We've been here for about 5 years, doing our thing in this beautiful little spot right in the heart of downtown Boca. We really are like that authentic New York, New Jersey, Northeast thing that you want to have when you're in South Florida. Our bagels are made from scratch every single day. They're top-notch, best you can get around here. And then lunch, chicken Caesar wrap, or like we have a beautiful avocado supreme salad. That's really, really great. And of course, all our sweets are incredible too. You know, something savory, salty, and a little something sweet after. And we will do our best to provide the best service, best food, best everything. And if there's anything you need, we'll do it.
Breaking news, aliens have finally made contact with. Welcome to the Amp Media Studios here in beautiful downtown Boca Raton.
In conjunction with True Oldies Radio South Florida, Amp Media Productions is here to help amplify your impact in business and to bring greater awareness to our community. Give us a call, 866-224-5422. We'll see you soon at the cafe.
And like I always say, come on down and visit us and don't be late.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Cafe Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape, the perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40-plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
What a great show. And look, we already have an hour still left to go.
I know.
A lot more information.
Good stuff.
We have to thank Lori Vassi, always Loredana Vassi, for bringing in such amazing guests. Lori of Sunshine Home Care Services. I'm still amazed at the services she offers.
The way she does it. Very different.
Because we are right, I'm in the throes of it right now. And my in-laws are in the throes of what Sarah's doing, the money that gets put out for my father-in-law's care a month, only his care, and what they have to live on. It's staggering for what it is, and you have to plan. And then when you've got private funds, you can help Lori. Just give her a call. So let's talk about...
Such an amazing and inspiring morning. I'm so amazed by Alicia and everything she was saying about how important it is to connect with the energy and the mind, the body, and the soul, and how do we resonate to that energy that actually gives us and sends us messages every day. And this is my motto in life. This is what I'm going with, and it's so important talking about money. But when we talk about money, some people might not afford my services, but there's always customized services, and there's always someone that will be able to work for less money and just to complement and be in a good company. We always work very hard to match the people up, and it's not only about finding the right caregiver, it's finding the right energy that flows in that house. When I select and I speak with the client, for me, it's very important to see what hobbies, and we go through everything. Not only my 29 specialized services that we offer, but we go through absolutely everything. What we like to eat, what do we like to do, and this is where we kind of pair them up with the right caregivers. It is so important to plan financially as well, but it's so important to have that conversation. It is important to call me and initiate a chat, because you wait until the last minute and then you realize that you don't have the money and you don't have the ability to offer for your loved ones what they deserve. And this is where I'm there for you. I want to have that conversation with you. I want to find the right solution for you. And there's always an option.
You know, and as hard as it is, and you know when you went through it with your parents, when even I see my parents for dinner one night or for a holiday, that stress can be so surmounting that I thank these aides every day that work with them, that live with them, for what they go through. They take them to the doctors. They take them for groceries. They work with their sleep schedules. That are the most ridiculous sleep schedules you've ever seen. My mother sleeps from 4:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Like, who does that? But they've worked with them enough, and they're like for me, that would make me crazy.
The best shows are in the night, and you have a peace in your house, and it's just you. And with your own energy, and that's most of the seniors do that they sleep very late and they wake up very late, and then it's just a different pace, and that's
4:30 I'm going ready to go out for dinner with them at 7, and they're like, well, we're just having breakfast. I'm like, what? But without care in the house and what your services that you offer, I can't even imagine how you did this, or your dad did this with your mom.
Because I didn't look at the clock.
This is where I took care of my mother. My mother died when I was very young. My grandfather was blind, and he also had dementia and Alzheimer's. My mother-in-law had Parkinson's, so I'm kind of been around most of the difficult, conditions that we are dealing with. And believe me, it's not easy, but everything is preparation. And what the word is offering in training to these caregivers today, it's on absolutely amazing. There is a training for everyone, and they're specialized, they're trained, and they love what they do. And we really appreciate seeing them, caring that much, because, like we like to say that hospitality comes from the heart, but so is caring, it's not a job. It's
That's the difference.
It's a compassionate and it's a loving attitude around those ones who you care for, and they change everything around you.
And family communication, you have it as a bottom bullet point. It should really be like a top bullet point, because when your loved one's care is in somebody else's hands, it's important to know that they're going to reach out to you and you're going to reach out to them, even if it's not just an emergency. Even if it's just like mom or dad are sad, can you give them a call? Or they would love to see you. The communication is critical, that the kids need to be able to embrace the caregiver also. It's not just mom and dad, right? Because if they're in the hospital or whatever it is, you need to know that there's an open line of communication. We've been there too. I mean, you and I have worked together for so many years that we've ebbed and flowed through grandchildren and aging parents and all of these things we've worked
on. And you got to make adjustments.
This is something that it's part of my schedule every week or every day. Sometimes if I have a client that is a little more, needs more attention, we speak almost daily with the family. I visit all my clients every week. There is no way I don't drop by and see them. But the family communication for me is number one, and they call me for everything. It's not like I'm a concierge boutique small agency, but I love to be in touch. I love to find solutions. Like my father needs physiotherapy. I recommended them, okay, let's book an appointment with the primary and see what we need and what we can get for the father. And it's so important for me to be there and troubleshoot, because a caregiver, we have a platform where we put our daily communications, and they put in, mobility is not so good. Okay, let's do it. Let's react and be there and see what we can do to have him have a physiotherapist, and everything can be delivered, can be booked in their own home. So cleaners, sometimes, we need a special cleaning. We need a pool service. We have all under our umbrella. So they call me for everything. My father needs a camera because he's going to the pool sometimes at night swimming. It's like, oh, okay. So we need to see what he's doing at night because he's not sleeping at night.
I've never met another company that does what you do at your level.
Yeah.
The personal service that you do. My dad needs a tree trimmer. Should I call you for that?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's just because he makes these phone calls.
We have actually a team that works under my umbrella.
That's
that is
amazing.
Just a call away, and we give him business. And I love supporting small businesses, and therefore I just want them under my umbrella. Transportation, we have a gentleman that is in charge with the transportation if we need it. We have landscaping, as I said, and anyone that is just a call away.
That's incredible. Good morning.
See, because the bottom line here is that you let them be. There's a lot of adjustments with my parents. So when I used to go to Puerto Rico, I never told them I was coming. That was the kiss of death, because then they did too much, they got themselves sick. So I used to show up, say, all right, everybody in the car. And he said, where are we going? He says, doesn't matter where we're going, we're just not going to be here. And I used to take them out. And I used to bring them back exhausted. They used to sleep, and I used to wake them up early in the morning, let's go, because I didn't want to be home. I wanted them to get out, to get some air, go to the beaches. Then I found out that my father wasn't getting around. He was too embarrassed to walk. So I got him a chair. So I said, come on, Dad, get in the chair. He says, I'm not getting in that. What, you think I'm old? I said, Dad, just get in the chair. Come on, I'll do some wheelies, and he loved it.
You told me you took him to Walmart in one of the carts.
He
got
took out a
stuck
wall.
at a corner end.
Yeah. Oh, he took out a wall.
This story, I just have a client. He has anxiety, he has Alzheimer's and dementia. I love him so much, but he's my best friend. And he doesn't want to get out of the house. He has his care, he loves his caregivers. His passion is his, TV and everything around, but he doesn't want to come out. And I have a daycare, adult daycare that I work with. And I said last Sunday, I was like, we got to do this. And it's like, no way in the world. So I went over, he has a convertible car. So I said, let's get in the car and go for a ride. So without telling him, I took him to the daycare. We had a blast.
Because you sat there with him.
Yes. And not only because he found his, he made a couple of friends. He found, playing cards, singing karaoke. It's like, what? Oh my God, stop singing, But that he was having a blast. So it's all about, it's an extension of my family, and this is what I love about it, that we do things together, and we find something. Yeah. If there is not, we're going to find something.
She's got the personal
change
touch.
That.
Well, she does. She handles it personally. I'm sure that the works that you have handle it as well.
You got a thumbs up? Yep. Oh, good, because Lori needs to know about it then.
Oh, we got a thumbs up? Are we a go?
Are we a go?
Yep, we're confirmed.
All right.
Wow.
So a new event, Lori, for you to go to.
Amazing.
Actually, we already told you were going to be there.
Yes.
She did.
I did. Brianna did.
I did.
Brianna did.
I knew you would do the boot camp with me.
Oh my God, 1,000%. All in.
All right, how do people reach you? You're going to hang with us for a little bit?
Yes, I will. So you can email me on my email address, Loredana@sunshinehomecareservices.com or info@sunshinehomecareservices, or call me anytime, 24/7. 1:30 in the morning, I would love to have a conversation where everybody is settled. Even myself, I'm done. You can call me at 1:30 in the morning. I won't get upset, I promise you, because that's the time when I am by myself.
Everybody call at 1:30.
561-821-5811. Always available for you.
I'm still looking at this picture where Freddie looks at this picture. He's like, that's her grandmother. I'm like, that's her Lori. No, that's her grandmother. And
that's
I'm looking
your
at
finger's crooked. Why don't you go a little higher?
Yeah, that's her grandmother in the background.
The top one is my grandmother. And she's been a caregiver all her life as well for my grandfather.
She didn't tell me that the one in the back was. She said, that's my grandmother. I said, what?
Well, I think she would assume that you would realize one of them was
they're
her.
twins. I don't know.
I'm like, wow, that's your grandmother.
What was I going to tell her?
Amazing. No, it isn't. Amazing. She's got that skincare line that we're working with tomorrow.
Yes.
I got to share that with Lori, too. All right, more to come. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology Society joining us. Man, it's been a bumpy ride, and I think we've got 3 more weeks left. I don't know. We're just going with it. I don't know how many more lights we're going to need in this studio by the
20.
end of this whole situation. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Amp Media Futures Foundation is a non-for-profit organization dedicated to providing college students with immersive opportunities in media production, marketing, business skills, and communication.
Interns will learn professional workflow skills in editing, video and radio broadcasting, public relations, digital media, graphic curriculum, and access to equipment to make a positive impact.
Amp Media Productions is a full-service production house with a variety of shows ranging from the Brooklyn Cafe show.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a very busy Wednesday.
Sarah
Open your
Spiritual.
heart. Right here on the Oldies Station, you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
Call me Zena.
By example, and that's what I try to do all the time, to teach by example.
You know,
Artist Loft.
using that term more. Yeah, lofties, yeah.
And Gypsy Soul.
They love music. It's like their favorite thing to go to.
I teach like preschool up to 12th grade.
Yeah, nice.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Amp Media Productions. Please like and subscribe to all of our shows.
I want to be in first class. Champagne, please.
Dying comfort.
Yeah, that's good. We offer opportunities to excel in the field of TV film production, social media management, video editing, set design, graphic design, sound engineering, journalism, and many more useful tools to help you land a career in the media business.
To volunteer or be a part of our team, or to make a donation of any size, please visit us at ampfutures.org. Help us to empower college students to create a positive impact with immersive hands-on experiences in media production. Help us amplify the future.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
All right, let's roll into the stars. What's going on with the planets? Mercury retrograde, the blood moon. We've got Helen Archer of Cosmic Astrology Society joining us. So let's roll our intro. And there she is. Welcome back, Helen. I know we didn't get to see you last week. We were on a shoot. And of course, every shoot, everything's got more complications than you ever intend on. But let's see what's going on.
That's called media.
It's called media.
Media.
Well, so what's happening?
Technology with Mercury retrograde.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Why is it so long this time?
It's not so long. The thing is, because it happened the day of the lunar eclipse. And Venus is going backwards, all in Aries, and the eclipse was in Pisces with Neptune. So yeah, it was like everything was, I don't know about you, I didn't get any sleep last week.
Any sleep?
I couldn't
I'm
sleep.
losing equipment. I'm losing lights. My car wouldn't start, and I don't know why. Then I hit it again and again, and then it started. What is going on?
It's a typical Mercury retrograde. And then I told you the weather was going to turn ugly real quickly, and look what happened. And I feel sorry for all the people that were in the path of those tornadoes, and I hope they all do well.
I heard that the astronauts, they were trying to wait till after retrograde to bring them home. They're coming home today. And of all places, they're landing in the Gulf of America. And I just don't understand why they're doing that. They should be in the Atlantic, because that's a bigger ocean. You hit Florida, the way they're doing it. What? You don't know.
You know, over the decades, I've been watching NASA launches and the scheduling, and they absolutely pay no credence to astrology. They don't pay any attention to it because they're always scheduling things during eclipses and Mercury retrograde, and that's why they have so many issues.
And nothing works.
And they schedule that launch at the exact time of a lunar eclipse. I mean, what's wrong with you people?
Nothing works. And then they go Boeing, and again, it messes up. And then the thing to go get them messes up, and they put another one that messes up. They don't learn their lesson. So this time it worked. They're coming back to that. I just pray they make it.
They'll make it, but it's always like a false start. With Mercury retrograde, you always have to do things twice. They don't work out the first time. If you're lucky, they'll work out the next time. But then 3 months down the road, when they goes retrograde again, you got to revisit all that you did during this retrograde. But anyway.
And what about this blood moon thing? I got a great picture. What is that all about?
That was an eclipse. So the sun and moon were opposite.
Yeah. But you had the eclipse, the blood moon, and the full moon.
The full moon is when the sun and moon are opposite. So that was the full moon. The full moon every month is a full moon. The sun and moon are opposite. So you've got them pulling in different directions. The reason there is an eclipse is because the nodes, the point where the orbits of the Earth and the orbits of the moon meet, there's 2 points on the circle. Those are the south and north node of the moon. So whenever a full moon occurs close to the nodes, you have an eclipse. So this eclipse was a total lunar eclipse that was visible in North America. So the effects of the weather, the effects of with Mercury and Venus both retrograde, were more exaggerated, were more apparent, were more deadly, were more visible. So I told people, be careful, try not to travel. If you have to travel, watch out for the weather. Make alternate plans, expect to be delayed, and check your reservations. So those are all the things that need to be done.
It's like buying an airline ticket and then paying for an upgrade, and it's a worse grade. Like certain people.
I literally flew out on Friday morning, and I'm thinking of you the whole time, thinking, oh my gosh, dear God, like it's going to be okay. And I flew back on Sunday before the bad weather came in into the Northeast. But everything was delayed from all the flights that were coming in. Our flight would have been on time, but the flight attendants coming from another flight were late. But we got there packed, and just the turbulence and everything, and all I could do was think of Helen taking all my angels with me, saying, we got this, we're going to be okay. But we still have 3 more weeks of this. This goes until the first week of April.
It's just too long.
It's a 3-week cycle.
April 6th.
You got to shut it down.
I can't shut it down.
All right, so what's happening?
It.
What are we in store for?
So here's what the effect of the eclipse is, and that was in Pisces, the sun in Pisces. It's leaving tomorrow, thank goodness, and going into Aries, so we're going to have the spring equinox. But anyway, we can't know where our decisions are going to lead us. Okay, so we have to be careful when we make definitive decisions and changes. We don't have all the facts. With Mercury retrograde, we never have all the facts. The facts come up later and later and later, and hopefully not when it's too late. And we don't know the future intentions of others. So we have a hard time making decisions. We have a hard time making deals. And so the message is delay, delay, delay. And Mercury and Venus are now retrograding together in Aries, which is a positive sign. So we have a lot of new concepts, we have a lot of new ideas, but we can't implement them yet because we don't have all the facts, we haven't done all the negotiations, and we haven't reached agreements.
That's been my weekend. Constant, the phone, even today. People are calling me, I haven't seen her in 15 years. This is the norm. I can't believe things that people want to do, but I can't pull the trigger. Because this one says no.
Which is why I did a smaller deal this morning, just to let the trigger, just to pull it, instead of negotiating back and forth. I was just like, let's do this on the front, this on the back, and let's just move it forward.
You know how hard it is to tell people, I got to wait 3 weeks? You got to what? I got to wait 3 weeks, but I want to do it now. I got to wait 3 weeks. And I just repeat that over and over. I got people that are walking out here thinking I'm nuts.
Don't stop yourself from doing it, but realize it's not going to be the final product.
Why, so that I have to do it over and over again? So I lose a camera?
All right, then you have to put them off. Oh. But you know what? If the deal doesn't go through, if it frizzles out, you're going to end up with a better deal on the other side of the Mercury retrograde.
Making a bad deal to make a deal
is not
doesn't
worth
work.
It. Because it's going to frizzle out anyway.
That's all I hear.
So here's the timeline.
I just want to know, is it going to be good to travel? Because I'm traveling on
When?
Friday. Friday.
Where are you
good
going?
to travel on Friday?
Taking a train?
Colorado.
The weather's going to be bad. There's another front coming, so I think you might be delayed.
First thing in the
morning.
morning,
You better check your
maybe.
reservations. Hopefully all will be well. And what sign are you?
I'm on the cusp of Gemini and Cancer. I'm June 21st. Is that a
So
good
you have
thing?
Mars in Cancer, so you may have some delays. Just be prepared.
Take them as they come.
Be prepared and check
Yeah.
all your reservations. And, watch what's going on around you. That's all I can say.
Leave
be
now,
extra
take a
careful
train.
if you have to travel. I understand people can't not travel during this time. So, the changes begin in April. So we can just hang in there for the rest of the month. Neptune has been in Pisces for 14 years. So over the course of the 14 years, the people have evolved spiritually, intuitively, and gaining more empathy. So by now, especially with this eclipse and Neptune being in the final degree of Pisces before it changes signs, we should all know what our goal in life is, what our path is, and what our spiritual journey looks like. So we're either going to accept it and move forward, or we're going to decide that we need to review the past and see where we made mistakes and become more clear on where we're headed.
14 years worth?
But you know where you are in your journey.
I have no idea.
You know where you want to go.
I have no idea. Every day is a different journey. I want to go here, there, everywhere.
But your path in life.
You have to choose. I mean, you can't do everything.
What do you choose in between?
14 years of mistakes.
Door number A or door B?
14 years of mistakes.
Not
the things you learn.
mistakes. She said, do you know where you are in your life, in your realm
where
of
I am, I'm here.
spirituality?
No.
You know where you
Anyway,
stand.
so as we discussed, I don't want to be ahead of everything, but you have a birthday tomorrow, which means that the sun in the heavens has come back to where it was when you were born. So that's like a physical recharging of energies and the ability to move forward for the next year.
I was born ill.
You were born what?
Ill.
Ill?
For 2 years of my life. I hope we don't have to go down that road.
No, we don't
I'm
have to
skipping
go
tomorrow.
that route. I mean, the planets aren't the same
It's
as they
true.
were when you were
You
born.
just said when you were born.
So anyway,
Even
so
she's
Mercury,
skipping over that ridiculousness.
I know this.
So Mercury and Venus are
true.
now in Aries. They're going backwards. They're going to re-enter Pisces on April 7th and April 13th. So things will become very clear to you then, and you can move ahead with your
On the
projects.
7th to the 13th, April?
And then they will move direct on the 17th and go back into Aries. At the beginning of May, Neptune will move into Aries.
What does that mean?
The beginning of May.
Yeah, what does that mean?
That's why she told me we could have the fundraiser May 1st or 2nd, which is why it's Segundo de Mayo, because Helen picked the date.
So it's a whole new era. It's a new era of positivity. So now, instead of being involved in inner self, instead of being as creative and thinking of ideas and having things be behind the scenes, instead of having people working against you and undermining your efforts, you're now going to have a fire element, a positive element, where you can move ahead, where there's activity, where you can be outgoing, where people are ready to get going and move on.
And that starts in 3 weeks.
Right,
Like
and
a
so
Harley
all
Way.
the stuff that was in the gray matter, all the lines that weren't clear cut are now going to become revealed.
Okay.
They're going to become clear cut, and you'll be able to take action.
May 1st, 2nd, Foundation fundraiser. All right, so Pisces, you're good. You got things coming up. You're going to redirect what you need.
Pisces is good. The Neptune, like I said, you need to know where you are right now, what your spiritual path is, and what your work for humanity is. It's being revealed, and now it's up to you. Are you going to do it or not?
Or not. You got a choice. What's your sign?
You ask me that every
I'm going to ask you again. What's in the cards for your sign?
I'm a Scorpio. The moon's in Scorpio today. Saturn's in Pisces, positive for Scorpio. Mars is in Cancer, positive for Scorpio, so it's a triangle. So now's a good time for emotional happiness, for trying to make progress in relationships. Even though they may seem to be stalled, I think a lot of times we have accepted the limitations of our relationships and are trying to make them work.
So that's you? That's where you're at?
And that's where you're at.
No, Scorpio.
That's where the emotional water trine is at. As far as Scorpios are concerned, you know, we have the moon in Scorpio today and tomorrow, so it's like a new beginnings for us. But for the last 6 years, Scorpio has been dogged by Uranus and Taurus. So they've worked with partners. They've tried to establish partnerships and relationships, and it's been very difficult. They have to be mature relationships, and you have to allow freedom to people, you know. Scorpio likes to control people. They like to control the environment. They want to be in charge. But Uranus has kind of taken that authority away from them, which has been frustrating.
It's true, that's my ex-wife.
All right, so.
What about you? What about Aries?
Aries is, you know, you got Venus and Mercury in your sign, so, you know, you're popular, you're moving ahead, you got lots of ideas, people are supporting you, and things will move ahead, you know. So we've got the planets retrograding in Aries. They're going to go back to Pisces, so the creative energy is going to be reestablished. We're going to revisit some of the things that we have decided and redo them to be more ethereal, to be more, you know, like creative, emotional. I'm wearing my Pisces
Am
colors.
I going to be emotional? I was going to ask you that because
Aren't you always emotional?
I'm ready to cry here. Thank you, Cancer.
You're going to have to get rid of the negative emotions. And I've been telling you this because of Saturn being in Pisces for 2 years. A lot of Pisceans have been anxious and hesitant.
Yes, very hesitant. Well, how can we not be hesitant? We're surrounded by such good news. Retrograde. Can't pull triggers on deals.
You know, you have to learn to follow your intuition and instincts.
I try. It ain't easy. There's
Now,
a lot of things going on around it at the same time.
Now, the other thing with the Pisces, we have Jupiter in Gemini. So it's been in there since last summer. So it's an outgoing, communicative, journalistic, technological, transportation sign. It's a sign of movement, energy, and being outgoing, communicating. Pisces is a sign that likes to be by itself, that likes to reflect, that likes to go inside and have intuition and feelings and emotions. So there's a conflict there.
Yes.
You want to stay home, but you got to get out if you want to be successful.
That's my life.
You love going out.
No, I like to stay home.
You do?
Yeah, but I can't. I got to go out. I got to go. I got to mingle, commingle. I got to do what I do.
So it's good for Pisces to get out, because if they spend too much time sitting around the house, they just get more and more anxious, more and more negative, more and more resentful. So they need to get out.
You're a joy to live with then, huh?
I'm just a happy-go-lucky guy.
You have to bump them up, shoot energy into them.
That's what Dawn's doing all the time, pumping you up.
Pumping you up.
Yeah, it's me. She's pumping me up. That's the way it works. You know, I went to church. I went to a baptism on Sunday. And I walk in with a hat, like I always do. And everybody in there loved the hat. Oh, you're the guy with the hat. You're the guy. They don't know where I'm from, but you're the guy with the hat. That's all they kept saying.
You're the grandpa with the hat.
No, nobody say grandpa.
It was your grandson's baptism.
I'll tell you something. Why you ain't the grandma?
Congratulations.
Exactly.
That's a big step.
Exactly. It's
Nobody
a
said
beautiful
grandpa.
step.
Nobody said that. It was just a baptism, that's all. And a confirmation that belonged to somebody I don't know.
Wow. Helen, thank you so much. As always. All right, we've got a couple more weeks, and then
Three
full
more.
speed
Wait,
ahead.
a couple. Three.
3 more, and
Couple is
then
2.
we're going to roll into the next foundation fundraiser for Amp Media Futures, May 2nd, which is why we picked that date. I cleared it with my astrologer, so Lisa, now you know we're full speed ahead on that. May 2nd at 5 o'clock right here at the studio.
For 3 weeks somewhere. Go to Colorado. Hide in a cave.
All right, you can find Helen.
You ski?
Mm-hmm. Helen, we can find you on TikTok now, as well as Facebook at Cosmic Astrology Society. See what the stars have in.
Yeah, get your
store
stuff
for you.
together. I'm gonna tell you, keep messing up. Everybody's taking stuff and things are falling out of the sky. Ooh, I didn't mean that.
Nothing's falling out of the sky. I believe that everything's going to go great for me.
It will.
It's going to be great.
Well, you're in the lucky cycle.
Let's take a train.
And then next year in June, when Jupiter moves into Cancer, you will continue your lucky cycle.
See? I'm in the lucky cycle.
But I'm so glad you stopped in. Lisa Mead Romero, who was kind enough to donate a fabulous Mary Kay basket for our last fundraiser, she's going to donate it again for this fundraiser.
I know, I can't bid on it.
You can bid on it, of course
you
you can.
You could just buy the products straight from me if you really want them.
I had them. I didn't know there was a men's section at the bottom of the basket.
But it was. I thought you might have booked her. She just popped in to say hi, and I'm so glad. And she says, like Helen says, how can I help you? How can I be of service?
I did my energies.
Which is amazing. What is happening? What's going on with you?
Well, I'm in Vacation Central right now in my life. I've already had 3 vacations in the last 3 weeks.
Wow.
And then on Friday, I'm going again for another week long. See, I'm avoiding all of the retrograde nonsense by living in fun time.
So where you been? Where you been doing?
I've been to the Caribbean with the girls' cruise. My friend organized 180 women.
Wow. Oh my God.
I obviously did not know all of 180 women, but I know more than I knew going on it. We had a great time. Came back the same day I ported in Fort Lauderdale. I flew back out of the same airport to go to Boston, see the family, do a ski trip in New Hampshire. My mom's been doing this winter ski trip for 40 years.
Wow.
And so I said, can I come this year? And I was allowed. It was like the next generation.
You were not allowed?
It was exciting. It was,
Wow.
no, it was like the women's trip. And I had not earned that title yet, so I'm excited. Then I came back and my hubby and I went to Sarasota for a couple days.
Beautiful place.
Yep. Then I just had like a home stint of like 10 days and now we're heading to Colorado with another couple. We love Colorado. We go there at least once a year has been the norm. And we'll ski a little bit, we'll snowmobile, we'll enjoy the beautiful scenery, the quiet, you know. Just have
amazing.
some good time.
Are you going to be in town in 10 days or you'll still be in Colorado?
I'll be back on the 28th.
When is the event?
The 30th.
It's El Segundo de Mayo. What's wrong with
that
you?
one.
We have an event on the 30th of May. We're going to put that out.
I want you to bring me all 180 women.
Nope.
No?
You can want lots of things. It doesn't mean you get them, Freddie.
Well, I want you to bring it to an event. No, I'm not even invited to the event.
No, because you weren't a woman.
Because I'm not a woman.
Exactly.
Well, we've made it co-ed since our meeting.
So now I'm going to have the guys in the parking lot. But I would like to overwhelm the numbers because I want to see what she would do. I am so keen on that because I predicted that she's going to have too many, and I want to know what she's going to do with them.
Too many people where?
Too many women at this event.
How can there ever be too many women?
When you bring 180, we'll find out.
We had a great time.
I bet you did.
Exactly.
I bet you did.
I think
went on a
women can get along better than men can.
Do you know, I went on a cruise. I took my son and Linda. We went on this cruise. And there was like 200 women on this cruise or more. I don't know. It was a lot. And they were all over the place. And there was women here, women there, all over. And it was a women's cruise. And I told my son, well, go introduce yourself. He says, no, I can't. It's too many. I said, what do you mean there's too many? It's too many. He was single at the time. So it's too many. But they were having a ball. They were having fun. I guess they let their hair down and there were no guys involved. And women are different when they're alone, that you're not watching.
Totally different, but it's nice that you'll be able to do all these vacations.
It is a blessing.
It's so nice that you stopped in as well.
Yeah.
What a treat. A lot of good stuff.
That's always good. It's always a party when she's in the house.
So May 2nd, Freddie says, I think we should cancel the event and not do it. The state of the economy's bad. People's mindsets are bad.
Yeah. But I said that the first time.
Should we cancel it?
It's all going to change.
See? It's all going to change for the better.
Listen, I was wrong once. I can be wrong twice.
I'm sure you've been wrong more than once.
No, only twice.
So we're going to play
But that was a fantastic party that night. There was people here. I didn't know where to put everybody. I keep telling you, we got to go get parking.
We'll have to check in with them. But the nice thing is with the time change now, it'll be still light at 5, 6, 7 o'clock. So,
and it's a block party. So we're going to have like we're going to have stickball games
we
and all that
gotta
outside.
Organize a lot of things.
What
about music?
We got to get that too. Spider Cherry will be here tomorrow. We got to organize a lot of things.
Yeah, maybe we can have some of these guys come and sing.
So it'd be kind of cool. You sing, Helen? Lisa, you sing?
I sing horribly.
That's the name of the show, Horrible Singing.
Maybe we can get
My
Josh.
husband will tell you I sing horribly.
Josh and a band coming back. Josh, what do you think? Maybe. Yeah, you got to get a singer.
Oh, you got Cece. We got a lot of singers. We got those two guys that were here from the Landlord.
Yes.
Those
Those
guys.
they were good too.
Oh, they're supposed to be coming Thursday.
Good, because we're not here.
I know. I think I have to change it to Wednesday.
That'll be fun, because you and I are at a job fair on Thursday.
I'm going to tell you.
That's why he needs to access his calendar, ladies.
What calendar?
Exactly. All right, you ready to wrap this up?
Are you still selling your...
I still have my Mary Kay business.
You're still selling that?
I am.
How do people get Mary Kay?
They can reach me at lisameadromero.com or 954-326-2309. They can also follow me on Instagram at life.w.lisa. Life with Lisa.
And it goes for men as well as women, because the bottom of that basket had men's stuff.
I'm telling you, we have the best colognes.
It was unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
You have their colognes?
Yeah. It had whatever's in the bottom there. I put it all over the place.
It's so good, he doesn't even know what was in it, Don.
I don't. I took it out of the package and started rubbing all over my body.
Wow.
It smells delicious.
Amazing. We might have to silent auction that one. We can't just raffle everything.
If I knew she was coming today, I would have...
Smell delicious?
Smell delicious. I can't wear it too much because I wear it out.
I wish you weren't away on Friday, because you could join us at this event at Ford's Garage. So save the date for the next one. Ford's Garage for Full Circle Networking is an incredible networking opportunity down in Plantation Walk. It's a great restaurant. It's a whole lot of fun. Last month, there were 75 businesses there to network. This month, I don't know, there could be 85 up to 100 businesses. And there are no exclusivities. So if you are a realtor or a financial advisor, there may be many, many more. But come on out and network. We need to tell Lori about this also.
We need to tell everybody about it. Lori says she's going. Bob is going.
On Friday?
Yeah.
So we got a lot of people going. So we're going to be the media sponsor there for this event. And then in summer, they are sponsoring the foundation. And I think they're going to hopefully get a barbecue, get some things that we can feed the crew with.
When is this now?
This is this Friday.
What time?
11:30.
That's a good thing for you to go to. People will see you and they all want to sit next to you and rub your sleeve.
11:30. I believe tickets are $32, $33.
Something like that.
It goes to pay for your lunch, and then the rest of the money goes to the foundation for the month. And this month it is for elder care, about giving them some opportunities. So a lot of good stuff.
And then we just got signed the deal for. Do you have the banner?
I don't think we have it in a
The purple
PDF
banner?
yet.
So
we'll talk about that tomorrow.
No. What is the day?
The day is March 30th. It's right around the corner. It's a women's event up in Boynton Beach on Gateway Boulevard and Federal Highway at Lowly's Gym. There is yoga with puppies, booty bar, booty camp, and personal
boxing.
Self-defense. The words. Oh, thank you, self-defense. Thank you,
self-defense.
Yes. Thank you.
And that's the women's side. And for the men, we are bringing cars.
Something for menopause brain too. Apparently, I need.
No, forget about that. Ugh. And when you park, they're bringing cars that you can check out. So there's going to be wheelies there for the guys. So it's a man and woman event, woman and man event, however you want to look at it. But the guys are going to be hanging out, looking at the cars, where the women do their thing inside. And I got that added in because I want to go.
Why don't you go for the booty class?
Because it's for women only.
No, they're making it co-ed because behind every successful woman is a man.
Not the class.
Everything is now co-ed.
The man on the outside.
Everything is co-ed now.
When did that happen?
You can't exclude men because of why?
It's a woman's
You
event.
just don't want to do it.
I'm going to be hanging out with the cars. I didn't want to go do nothing with my booty.
I want to do booty
class.
class.
You go. You're a woman.
Booty boot camp?
Yeah, and I'm going to be sitting my booty in one of those classic cars.
You're just going to sit your booty in a car.
They got like 20 cars coming. They're beautiful.
Booty boot camp.
No, in the car, there's no booty boot camp. That's inside. I'm outside. Tracy, if you're watching, I'm going to try to get a bar going or something on the outside. It's kind of cool.
Very cool.
You got to mess up everything.
More information to come. We're going to wrap this up. Ladies, thank you. Helen, thank you. Lisa, thanks for stopping by. Whew, we got a lot of information out there today. And for Lori, for Sunshine Home Care Services, amazing opportunity. Get in touch with her, 561-821-5811. For you, your loved one, your family members, the services and one-on-one care they offer is like none other. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time. Stay safe, be kind to each other.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.